Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Behind the Sofa Live. I'm Dee Cool.
And I'm Elmoon Lewis Moon.
We've been doing these throughout Series 9 of Doctor Who. We've been doing some live Behind the Sofas.
As well as doing our normal podcast reviews, we've been doing story overviews.
We have.
We've done it with Magician's Apprentice, The Witch is Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like ages ago now.
It does. Come on, talking. I'm going to pull this forward a little bit so it's a bit near us. Here we go.
And then 2 weeks ago, we recorded a live episode reviewing Under the Lake Before the Flood.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are here to review the Maisie Williams ones.
Okay, which are called?
The Girl Who Died and The Woman Who Lived. But I like to call the first part The Girl Who Womaned for some reason.
I get confused over the names, don't I?
That's the second part, The Girl Who Lived.
That's the most of the universe, actually, I've noticed. The amount of people that have got the names wrong. Interesting one, and we decided to do this as a single review, even though you could argue that it's actually two separate stories.
Because the reason is, with these, it's a bit annoying. Maybe when we're doing Sleep No More, Face the Raven, maybe we shouldn't do a live episode.
Yeah.
Because if we do, then we're repeating ourselves on the podcast, and maybe people won't be so interested in us talking about things twice on the same episode. So maybe we should just do them for two-parters or related episodes. But who knows? Sleep No More and Face the Raven may be linked somehow.
Do you know what? I've got a feeling they will be. I've got a feeling that the two-parter thing is effectively going to run all the way through it, even if some of them aren't true two-parters, like this one. So these weren't true two-parters. They were only two-parters because the theme of Maisie Williams' character,
Ashel Dear / me.
Dear, yeah.
/ the Nightmare.
As you remember from last week's podcast, I always get the name. Ashel Dear sort of ran through both stories. So should we, without further ado, did you want to give a bit of a synopsis of both? Both or one? Are you going to do them as a combined one?
I'm doing them as combined. Which is going to... No, I'm on the wrong one. I'm just trying to find it.
So that's the good thing about modern technology, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, captured by Vikings, the Doctor and Clara must protect their village from space warriors from the future, the Maya. Outnumbered and outgunned, their fate seems inevitable. So why is the Doctor preoccupied with a single Viking gal? Later on, in the Highwayman times, Deadly Highwayman the Nightmare and his accomplice come face to face with the Doctor. How can he stop a devilish betrayal?
Ooh, exciting. So, what did you make of the stories first of all, or did you want to get straight into the?
I don't mind.
Into the specifics. We talk straight into the specifics, shall we?
We've got to do the story roundup first.
Okay.
So this is from season 9, obviously. What did you think of Peter Capaldi in this story?
I think you could argue that, particularly in the second part, The Woman Who Lived. Woman Who Lived. Yeah. I think in a way it might have been his strongest episode so far, because I think Peter Capaldi's Doctor is at his best when he's doing long dialogue bits. I think that's where he really comes to the fore, because he's great at that, and he's had it a couple of times already in the series. Obviously, he had that real big speech as well with Davros in the first story. And Maisie's great. You know, we'll come on to our favourite bits in a minute, but there's some really great interplay between the two characters.
Yeah, there is. So we got some great moments between the Doctor and Clara in both parts of the story. However, Clara was quite a major part in Girl Who Died. In Woman Who Lived, she only appeared for a scene.
She did, yeah, because she was off teaching the children taekwondo before that, wasn't she?
How does she teach children taekwondo? Oh,
I thought that was quite funny.
it's a repetitive joke.
Yeah. They've already done that, have they? Have they? Oh, right, I didn't realise that.
They said it in Robot Sherwood.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
They didn't use it like that. They used it saying she's done it before. But...
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. No, I think that was quite funny. It was good that she was she wasn't in the second part, I think.
Yeah.
Which is nothing against Clara, because as you know, I like Clara a lot.
Yeah, we both like Clara.
But I think it was nice. I think if you'd have had her in it as well.
Some people can't wait for her to leave.
Yeah. I think if you'd had her in it as well, it would have been too much. And I think instead, what it enabled it to do is really focus in on that relationship between Capaldi and Maisie Williams. It's interesting, isn't it? Because she was still talked about a lot, because there was a lot of references throughout that second part about the death of Clara, or losing Clara.
Yeah.
And that's been a running theme really throughout the whole of the series. Yeah, could you even go as far as to say that is the series arc? The death of Clara, or the loss of Clara?
We don't know what the story arc is. Nobody actually knows, apart from maybe Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, well, so maybe he didn't either. Maybe he just thought to me, I
ran out of story arc.
I forgot to put a story arc in.
No.
So, who was the companion then over this this 2/1 story?
Of course, Clara, but you could kind of say that Ashildr was, but you can't say Lady Me was. Really, you can say Ashildr or the Nightmare were the companions, but maybe not Lady Me.
Do you know, the funny thing is, I would sort of say that Ashildr, or Me, was more of the companion in the second one than the first one.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah. But Ashildr.
Oh, because of the split personality, you mean? So yeah, because there was a sort of
because there was a it mentions sort of in the synopsis about the devilish betrayal and
true. So. Normally, when we're doing our normal randomizer run through, we mention which series it comes from. I guess that's fairly obvious in this instance. It's series 9. We know the Doctor is Peter Capaldi.
Yes. So, should we move on to questions?
Yeah. So we usually, when we do these run throughs, we have a handful of standard questions that we use to pose to ourselves and prompt a little bit of debate, really, don't we?
So what was your favourite baddie in the story?
Okay. A few to choose from, really, wasn't there? Because if you think about it, we had the Maya in the first one, who were interesting themselves, weren't they? Because we always had that impression that they were these robots. But actually, when the helmets get taken off, you realise they're not, are they? They look a bit like...
the Hoyks.
Yeah.
Oh, are you not thinking about the Hoyks?
I was thinking the things that looked a bit like the Maya without helmets on. I thought the hat, was it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, a mix between the Hoyks and the hat.
I can't remember what the Hoyks are, but
Hoyks are very underused villains. So yeah, the Maya.
You could say so with the Maya. In fact, you could say as were most of the villains in this series so far, other than the Daleks and Davros. But that's another point.
There's Fisher King and the Myron Odin and Leandro, or as I call him, Fiery.
So I guess that's the other thing, isn't it? So we've mentioned the Maya as being one of the baddies. We also had, as you say, fake Odin.
Yeah.
And that was some good bits there, wasn't there? And then in the second part, you had what's he called? The Fiery. What's his name?
Leandro. Or Lenny the Lion.
So, out of those, what was your favourite?
Well, they're all very underused villains, really. So it's very hard to choose. I'm going to say the Maya because of the threat they posed and everything, and the idea. Yeah. But I think they were very wasted
Yeah.
as with the Fisher King and Lenny the Lion, fiery. So yeah.
I think I think like I think probably the Maya were the coolest idea. Having said that, Leonardo, whatever he's called, Leandro,
Fiery.
Just looked great, didn't he? That was some really good sort of design and everything like that. So, but I think I'll go with the Maya as well, because I like the idea of, although they were defeated fairly easily, I liked the idea of them being sort of notorious gang of vagabonds.
So we had some great moments, including the dialogue moment between about immortality between the Doctor and Lady Me, or Ashildr, or the Nightmare, or whatever.
Yeah. I think that was probably the strongest bit over the two.
It was
over the two parts, particularly when it got when it got into that sort of bit when it was talking about the fact that Me, or Ashildr, because she just had a normal human brain, there's only so much she could retain. So her memory wouldn't remember everything. So she ended up writing a lot of stuff down. But it had that really great sequence where it went through her character over the years. It showed her involved in the War of the Roses and stuff like that. And then it got to the point with the plague where basically she'd lost her children. And that was a very sort of sad, emotional moment, wasn't it? And it was very powerful, I think.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful. And it made you realise that, nobody wants to die.
No.
But you also have to question whether it would be much fun to live forever on your own. If the two of us were living forever, it'd be great, because we'd be doing like podcasts forever, wouldn't we?
So the endings between the two parts were particularly strong. I mean, Girl Who Died, we had the effective scene where Maisie Williams was swirling around the world. She was getting sadder and sadder.
Yeah.
And the Woman Who Lived ending, that beautiful scene between the Doctor and Clara, we had a few moments. We had the selfie between Clara and that gal.
Yeah.
And it had in the background Me or whatever in the background in the modern day.
Yeah.
And also we had a few lines indicating on Clara's demise, like I'm not going anywhere, daft old man.
Yeah. I think actually
lines indicating in the whole story.
I think there were some best moments from both clips, wasn't there? I think if you go back to the first story, which was obviously a lot more light-hearted, you had that great scene towards the end where where Clara sort of loaded up the video and put the Benny Hill theme tune on it, just to show that the Maya weren't actually that good after all, which was very funny. You had, thinking of funny, you had the great section with I've forgotten his name now, Rufus Hound's character.
But this links into our next question about best supportive cast. Okay.
Well, all I was going to talk about was the Rufus Hound scene where he was just about to be hung, and there's the Doctor and I can't remember his name. Can you remember his name?
What?
Rufus Hound's character.
Sam Swift.
Yeah. And they're sort of swapping japes, aren't they? And it's got sort of a dark humour to it. But
what did you think of the guest stars like Maisie Williams and Rufus Hound? I mean, Maisie Williams played in Girl Who Died. Some people may say, including me, that she was a tiny bit underused, but there was a reason for that because of all the build-up and everything. But in the second story, she was more used than Clara. Yeah,
I think Maisie Williams is great. Anyway, I think she's a fantastic actress. And
you always say that.
Yeah, no, I do. I think she's great. I mean, from watching Game of Thrones, she was immediately one of my favourite characters in it. Even go back from when she was really, really little, just because she's so strong in her portrayal. And I think she brought that through with her appearance in Doctor Who as well. So I think Maisie Williams was great. What did you make of Rufus?
Rufus was a very good actor, and lots of people have been saying that. you know he's really enjoying it.
Hmm.
And we're enjoying his jokes and everything, and it's just a bit of character development, and it's nice how he gets the immortality thing, and it was used very well, the immortality chip, in a very clever way.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's got... He comes across really funny, doesn't he? He comes through as this sort of like larger than life, always happy sort of character, which is a really great balance against Maisie's character, who's really struggling with immortality, and it's sort of like I don't want to live here anymore. And yeah, before he becomes immortal, he's just making the most of life, isn't he? So it's short, but I'm enjoying it.
So the final question is, what part out of the two did you most enjoy?
The second part.
Yes, me too.
Definitely. I enjoyed both, actually, and there's not that much. I know most people disagree, but I actually only slightly preferred part 2, but I enjoyed both parts immensely.
Yes, but I very much enjoyed Woman Who Lived.
Yeah. So
where did it come in our leaderboard then?
I think, I mean, obviously, because we're live, we can't flash it up on the screen here. But I think we've both got it in the same place, haven't we?
And we've got the first part 5th or 4th?
So let's think. At the top at the moment, we've got Magician's Apprentice.
Yeah, it's 5th. It's 5th.
Is that, I was thinking it was 4th.
It's 5th.
Is it?
No, the first part's 5th.
Oh, yeah.
The second. So, Girl Who Died is 5th, and The Woman Who Lived is 4th.
Right, okay. What's above it then? Because I was thinking it was...
Under the Lake, Hand of Fear, and Magician's Apprentice.
Okay.
Which is really...
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, no, that sounds right. So, next up, is that all the questions? Was there anything else we need to say about?
No.
So, next week, well, tonight actually, we've got the first part of the Zygon invasion, followed by the Zygon inversion. So we'll be chatting about that here, not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
In the meantime, well, probably next week, we if we get a chance, we might be starting to talk a little bit about Colin Baker's top 5.
Yes. So if you want to see our individual review of the Woman Who Lived on the podcast, then you can see that at 4, or if you're watching this not live, then it's already on YouTube. So it's just going to be called Dr. Time and Space, the Woman Who Lived review. So make sure you tune into that, and hope you all have a happy Halloween.
See you later. Thanks for watching.
See you later. Goodbye.